Tired of knives that just don't cut it? Once they're dull, they're done. They squash tomatoes, squish bread, and turn meal preparation into hours of frustration. And worse, they get rust spots that can poison your food. Once they're there, it's just safer to throw that knife away. What a waste. Not anymore. If you want a knife that will stay razor sharp, will never rust, and will cut meal prep time down to size, then you need the Kenji. With advanced ceramic technology, ceramic is the first real breakthrough in quality knife design and manufacturing, and Kenji gives that technology and quality in a professional series of ceramic knives endorsed by executive chefs and meal-making moms around the world. Kenji is made of diamond-hard zirconium oxide ceramic. It's 40% harder than steel and one of the strongest, most durable materials on Earth. And when compared to the Kenji, steel knives just don't stack up. It cuts into steel and still slices a red-ripe tomato like a hot knife through butter. Coming up, watch as a tableside chef amazes dinner guests with some Kenji ceramic magic. You'll have to see it to believe it.
Hi everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Christine Dawes. So how long has it been since we've seen anything new in kitchen knives? 10, 20, 30 years? Well, today is the day. Now, there's new kitchen knife technology that is going to make every metal knife in your kitchen virtually obsolete. And here to tell us all about it is my buddy, John Parkin. Hi, John.
Hey, Christine.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Christine, I hope you believe in magic. Don't blink or you're going to miss this. Take a look at that.
Oh, that was lightning fast.
You know what? This is the magic of ceramic. Watch again. And you know what? This is the Kenji knife with advanced ceramic.
John, that was incredible. Lightning fast. I've had ceramic bowls in my kitchen for years, but I've never thought they'd come up with a ceramic knife.
But this is not just ordinary ceramic. This is the Kenji knife with advanced ceramic. Christine, this is your basic metal kitchen knife. May look sharp, but when you come to use them, you know what? They're always squishy like this.
It's a mess.
If you want to test a knife for sharpness, you try it on paper. Have a look at this. It won't even cut its way out of a wet paper bag. You know what? All metal knives go dull, and in a kitchen, you've got to sharpen them, right? Well, if you're a professional, you learn how to do this at school.
That's dangerous, John.
Well, you really want to do this before every meal at home?
No.
I don't think so. You don't need these. That's just cash in the trash. What you need is the Kenji Advanced Ceramic Blade. You know why? Because that's always going to stay razor sharp.
Wow.
In fact, look, here I've got a heavy rock. Now, I'm going to carve into this rock. And you know what? If I do this, this is more than you'd ever give your knife with years and years of abuse.
You're going to ruin it. You're going to ruin it.
You know what? It will always stay razor sharp.
Wow.
In fact, you know what? Look at this. Even a soft and squishy tomato, that's the magic of ceramic. Wow. And it's 40% harder than steel, which means it's going to hold its edge that much longer. In fact, I'm going to prove it to you. Now, don't try this at home on your kitchen furniture. But if I can't dull and take the edge off this knife, when I hack and bash at this piece of wood, the next time you cook chicken bone, ham bone, lamb bone, spam bone, I don't think you're going to have any problems.
You're going to ruin that knife.
Well, I don't think so. In fact, even after that treatment, let me show you how it's still sharp. When they want to test a knife for sharpness, they test it on paper. They test the knife at the heel. They test the knife in the centre. And they test the knife at the tip. Then they know it's razor sharp. Yeah.
John, I have a problem with my stainless steel knives at home. Rust.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. You mean like this?
Yes, exactly. Look at that. Doesn't that look horrible?
Yeah.
Why does it do that?
Well, you know, metal and steel knives, they can rust, but the Kenji knife will never rust because it's an advanced ceramic blade. And what's more, you'll never ruin the taste nor texture of your food. Look, here's an apple for you.
Okay.
And an apple for me. Let's do a little test. Now, let's just cut these apples in half. Now then, we'll come back to that later. Christine, look at these apples. It's been less than 5 minutes. And look at your apple you cut with that metal knife.
It's all brown. Look at that. I get that all the time with my knife at home.
You know, that's called oxidation. That's another way of saying the rusting effect. I mean, you don't want this on your food at home. I mean, look, you can see the difference. And trust me, you don't want to eat something like that. You'll taste the difference too. Grab me a carving knife, would you? Now, here we've got a holiday turkey. Oh, good guess. Now, the problem with these serrated carving knives, you know, you hack and tear away the bird. I mean, This knife really hasn't done this bird any justice.
John, you just destroyed the Thanksgiving turkey.
Well, let's see. Let's just spin it around and see how we get on with the Kenji. And you know, with the Kenji, you're going to get perfect slices. Look at that.
That's a beautifully carved turkey.
Now, let me just move this big bird out the way and bring in the bread. You got a bread knife for me?
Oh, I do?
Okay. You know, the problem some people have is when they cut bread, you know, they butcher the bread and the bread is toast before it even gets into the machine. Let me just tidy that up a second with the Kenji and have a look at this, because you're going to get perfect slices every single time for your sandwiches. Look at that.
Those slices are so clean. Now, those slices would make perfect toast.
That's right. So, you know what? That's a bread knife that you don't need. And what else have we got? Oh, a fillet knife? You don't need one of those. You know why? Because the Kenji is so versatile that whether you want to fillet fish, or maybe you want to bone fish, or you want to take, you know, the skin from fish, have a look at that.
That was so simple, it's like it literally jumped out of its skin.
Oh, you know, that's a good one. You know, sometimes the hardest things to cut are the softest things to cut, but sometimes the hardest things to cut are the hardest things to cut.
That is frozen solid. That's orange juice.
So, you want to give me a knife for frozen food?
This one?
What, you think this little flimsy knife like this is going to cut through frozen food? I don't think so. But with the Kenji knife, it's not going to be a problem. You know why? Because the advanced ceramic blade is virtually diamond hard.
Wow, it must be. It made cutting through frozen food so easy.
And Christine, don't forget the Kenji's the most durable knife that you've ever seen. And I'm going to prove it to you. And I say durable with a capital D. Now, here we've got a solid steel hammer.
Wow, that's heavy. It's a real deal.
And have a look at this, because I'm going to cut and carve into this steel hammer and just look and see what I can see. So, Christine, tell me what you see.
Look at those black metal filings.
But you don't see any white filings because we haven't damaged the ceramic blade. In fact, let me move this out the way and I'll prove it to you. In fact, this is a knife you're going to use in your kitchen, in your home, day in, day out, week in, week out, you know, every single day of your life. In fact, you've got a cheese knife, you've got a carving knife, you've got a utility knife, you've got a bread knife, a boning knife. You know, it's a knife that you can slice, you can dice, you can chop. You know, it really is the only knife you need. And what's more, it will always stay super sharp.
Wow, that's incredible. The Kenji fingertip control test that will have us slicing on eggshells. Will the Kenji crack under pressure? Stick around to find out.
Tired of knives that just don't cut it? Once they're dull, they're done. They squash tomatoes, squish bread, and turn meal preparation into hours of frustration. And worse, they get rust spots that can spoil food flavors, and in no time, your knives and cash go in the trash. Not anymore. Introducing Kenji, the first ceramic knife of its kind and the first breakthrough in kitchen cutlery in more than a quarter of a century. The Kenji slicing secret is the blade. Made of diamond-hard zirconium oxide ceramic, it's 40% harder than steel and one of the strongest, most durable materials on Earth. Slicing into a concrete block would destroy any metal knife, but not the Kenji. After the most extreme abuse, it still slices like a hot knife through butter. To prove the Kenji slices with fingertip control and without pressure, we balance cutting boards on raw eggs and cut identical foods with a metal knife and a Kenji. The Kenji slices through bread like a laser, while the metal knife cracks under pressure. Slicing a tuna steak is simple with the Kenji, while the metal knife lays an egg. And the Kenji knife slices right through the chicken breast, while the metal knife just makes an egg mess. Proof positive nothing slices easier or faster than the fingertip control of the Kenji. Steel knives dull and rust in no time, but the Kenji Advanced Ceramic will never rust, ever. And metal knives promote food oxidation and spoilage. Slice an apple with a metal knife, and you can watch it spoil. But the apple sliced with the Kenji Advanced Ceramic still looks fresh picked. Kenji Advanced Ceramic is the Japanese cutlery breakthrough you've been waiting for. And now anyone can slice and prepare any food, fast and easy, just like a pro. And right now, you get the amazing Kenji Advanced Ceramic knife for this incredibly low price. But wait! Along with the 6-inch Kenji, you'll also receive this Kenji ceramic paring knife. The paring knife is perfect for slicing and paring all of the small stuff you'd need for any meal. Strawberries and grapes, radishes and baby onions, and it's ideal for preparing herbs for salads. And the paring knife is yours free. Kenji ceramic peeler with never dull ceramic blades that maintain their razor-sharp edges forever. Watch how it literally shaves off the skin of this peach. It's great for all your fruits and vegetables, and with the swivel head, you can peel about anything with lightning speed. And the ceramic peeler is yours free. So stop slicing with old, dull, rusted knives that just don't cut it. Call to order the incredible Kenji with Advanced Ceramic right now.